Shohei Ohtani's 2018 Topps Chrome update, which is a PSA 10, has a very high pop of 5,199, has seen a growth of 11.35% in the last month over 35 sales. The average price in this time frame has been $125.86, the low at $106.14, the high at 183, with the current price at 130 as of March 21st. I don't even need to explain the stats about Ohtani. I don't even need to really explain Ohtani if we're going to be honest here. He's the greatest baseball player on earth. That's it. The other player I have, I had to show some stats, but we know what Ohtani can do. Everyone knows what Ohtani can do. But the thing is, it's going to be interesting to see in the coming weeks and even now where the value of his cards are going to fall amid this gambling controversy. Me personally, it's a very weird subject because the story changed a lot. It originally came out that Ohtani was paying his translators gambling bill, and then it changed into Ohtani didn't know that the money was stolen from him and got paid. But then ESPN came out with the article about all the wires with his actual name on it. And then he saw the first game of the season yesterday where him and his interpreter are kind of like laughing in the dugout. His interpreter didn't look him in the face. So people are also reading into that. It's do I personally may believe anything's gonna happen to Ohtani suspension wise or no, I don't think that. I could be wrong, but you know what? This is a specific card below at 106. You see this card below $100, I think you buy it, bro. I think you buy it.
Yeah, I got a couple shares of Ohtani, nothing crazy, some rookie stuff, but I could definitely see a suspension of some sort. You know,
I don't know if I do.
I don't know, man. The way that they're treating gambling
We
across
don't
all other sports,
we don't know
not so
enough
much
yet.
right, not yet, right? But again, if ESPN's putting out an article showing wire transfers from Ohtani to his interpreter, what wasn't his interpreter's like debt
No,
like $4 million?
no, 4.5 million. No, the wire was to the bookie. It wasn't to the interpreter, it was to the bookie.
For the bookie for his interpreter.
For his interpreter, it was two separate transactions of $500,000. So that's where it's getting a little bit tricky here. And I'm not
That and
I
also I know that somebody said that the bookie himself thought that it was Ohtani that was gambling. That's why they extended him that line of credit. Yeah.
yeah, I don't
I like Todd's
know.
point,
It's
bro. P Rose needs to be in the Hall of Fame if Ohtani doesn't get the fucking suspension.
listen, Pete Rose. I'll say this about Pete Rose. Pete Rose, great player, did the gambling thing, but outside the gambling thing, I've read into him. I've watched videos about him. Other shit that Pete Rose has done. He's just a generalized piece of shit. I have a Pete Rose signed baseball, and I found out about this after Pete Rose. Yeah, no, that dude's a piece of shit. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah, but how
So
badly say there is a suspension, right? We'll just call it a season-long suspension, right? Two things. A, how is that going to affect Ohtani's value on the short term? And then how do you think it's going to affect him on the long term, right? Because if he gets busted for gambling, gets a 1 year suspension, is he gonna be locked out of the Hall of Fame as well, being one of the greatest baseball players of all times? What kind of negative long term repercussions do you see from an incident like this with Ohtani?
short term, I see yes. All time, mm, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one.
And if there's a dip, say to 80, $90 a card, you buying it and expecting it to come back when he comes back?
Yes, I mean
No.
if he is dealing with the Tommy John surgery with his pitching arm. Say he does get a gambling suspension for a year. Like I said, I don't think he's going to, but if he does, he's going to come back even crazier. He's going to come back a beast. That year
True.
actually might
Like the kid,
benefit him.
what was that rookie of the year, whatever?
Oh yeah.
The kid that got the elbow surgery or whatever threw 110 miles an hour. But
Oh yeah.
Ohtani, man, has always been a buy for me. I always thought that there was meat on the bone for him. He's like a fine wine, man. Just keeps getting better with age. I kind of like the Angels. I don't know how I feel about him being moved to the Dodgers, but people saw the dollar signs on that contract and they're like, all right, well, they're staking their entire team on this guy. So, they got faith in him. Why can't I have faith in him? And that's why you've seen, 11% jump on a $120 card. It doesn't sound like a whole lot. But I'm sure if we started looking at some of his tie-in stuff like definitive or stuff like that, you're going to see some pretty massive jumps on stuff like that as well too. So yeah, man, like Gilly said, bro, I think if you're getting it under $120 just to get yourself a piece of Ohtani in your life, I'd probably be a buyer at that price, because this guy's, again, if doesn't get barred from the Hall of Fame, is going to go down as one of the all-time greats. And
I'll say this though,
in 5-6 years, $200, $300, $400, $500 for base rookies. I bet all day.
I'll say this though. This is probably a hot take. I ain't buying no goddamn Yamamoto card. I'll tell you that. You see what happened to him versus the Padres today? He got smoked, bro. Yamamoto got smoked. That was the problem with Yamamoto. Everybody knew his off-speed stuff was nasty. His fastball was a little flat. Dude got cranked. It was like 1 inning, 5 earned runs, and like, yeah, it was like 1 inning, 5 earned runs, and 4. I don't know. He got
pulled. He got pulled 2 times in 1 week. His 1-of-1 debut, and then the game.
No, not Yamamoto. That was Masataka Yoshida.
Yoshida. That's right.
No, Yoshida. All right.
Nothing yesterday. That's all I care about.
Yankees game was wild. Big boy Stanton with 3 home runs.
Oh, big. That's top G right there. I know Sal calls me top. Sal calls me top G. Nope, that is John Carl Stanton.